Hello, my soul tribe. Thank you so much for joining me. We're looking into, well, the last video that I did was actually the 25th. I think I have two for the 25th, but this is going to be the 26th, 27th sort of energy that's coming through here. Now, for most of you, this is going to be for singles, okay? It doesn't have to be. We'll get into it. The overall theme here is we have the light and the shadow. And with the rose energy, to me, this represents the light and shadow of love, right? So what's happening here, and mostly there's masculine energy coming through here, okay? Although it could be feminine energy, but we start out with a masculine energy with the Ten of Swords. So someone who's been betrayed, someone who has finally ended a very painful cycle, okay? Maybe they received some truth about there was some sort of betrayal, there was some sort of breakdown. We have the Tower energy, which obviously, you know, that represents a foundation crumbling. And we have the Knight of Wands energy. So keep in mind, these are collective in general. Receive what aligns, release what doesn't. This may or may not resonate. These are templates. These are timelines. It could be yours. It could be someone else's. Just only take the pieces that resonate, release the rest. Never give your power away to readings, right? Or outcomes. You're very powerful in your authenticity and in your co-creation with Source. So I have to say that here. So there's a masculine energy who was betrayed, went through some sort of painful ending, but what it did was open up, it cleared a blockage, right? And it opened up for this forward movement with the Knight of Wands. So this could be somebody who recently went through a breakup, somebody who was cheated on, somebody who is going through a divorce. It happens suddenly, but at the same time with the Ten of Swords, it was obviously not right? It was obviously becoming more and more apparent to this energy, this masculine energy. They were in the wrong situation. They were with the wrong person. You know, this could have to do with a job as well. It doesn't have to be love, although since we have the rose energy, that does to me represent the energy of love. And we have like the light and the shadow energy coming through. So we have the Tower and the Knight of Wands. Now there can be forward movement, maybe even some travel, some relocation. We have the Knight of Pentacles, which is about planning, okay? Slow and steady wins the race. The Knight of Pentacles is methodical. They plan things step by step, you know, create that action plan. They take that consistent action moving forward, okay? And we have the Six of Pentacles. So the Six of Pentacles is about being generous. It's about receiving. It's about giving. And it's also about balance, right? So for some of you, this could be a shift in career. And because of the planetary alignments that happened, things that are not for our highest and greatest good, you know, things that we were tolerating, you know, before that are not in alignment with us become very apparent around the alignment of the planets. And so it kind of puts us in that position to make those healthy changes for ourselves, to release what doesn't serve us. And that's kind of what I'm seeing here, is that's kind of happening for this masculine energy. Then the Six of Pentacles, I mean, that's like going where you're celebrated, where you're appreciated, where people give back to you here, right? Then we have the Five of Wands and the Eight of Wands, okay? So there is, with the Five of Wands, there's some obstacles. There can be competition, right? But the Eight of Wands, things are aligning in a beautiful way, and there's that forward momentum. And then we have the Nine of Wands, which is about when your limiting beliefs come up, when you have like that sense of, it's like the wounded warrior energy. It's not giving up, right? But it's taking a rest. It's taking a break. It's taking time to reflect. There's the feminine energy with the Two of Wands coming through here, okay? And then we have the Two of Wands, which is about making a decision about a path. We have the Justice coming out, so harmony and balance being restored. Then we have the King of Wands, okay, which is about taking that inspired action, okay? The King of Wands goes after what he wants. He's not intimidated by obstacles. Then we have the Fool energy, a new beginning, the Lovers, and the Ace of Pentacles. So overall, what I'm seeing here is a masculine energy that was dealing with a situation that they had outgrown, that wasn't in alignment with them anymore, that they had stayed in for too long to create this Ten of Swords energy in the Tower. The universe finally was like, no, you know, we've got to do something, bring in some divine intervention, because you need to get on course with, what you're meant to be doing, or who you are, or who you're meant to align with, because right now there's a lot of soul group alignment happening where the frequencies and the decisions that we're making, right, in the past that we're traveling, we're aligning with energies that are supportive rather than go against us or try to sabotage us, right? And of course, like, those situations bring us value in the respect of we learn, we grow, we stand up for ourselves, right? We evolve, we break karmic patterns, and we do all sort of amazing things when we're doing that shadow work and moving through, learning about discernment, what serves us and what doesn't. And this is a masculine energy that's basically on that journey. And then moving forward to go after what he wants. Now, the feminine energy, not just what he wants, but what, like, there was obviously a contrast here. There was obviously something that was not healthy and something that is, right? And so this masculine, maybe within his own, his own family bloodline, had to clear out being attracted to toxic femininity, right? And, it could be that, or again, it could be like a toxic job situation. You'll know when you watch this, you will know. And then moving forward, it's like there are a lot of options and opportunities, especially if, so it would say if this is career, because of course we have the King of Wands. King of Wands can represent the entrepreneur. There could be a lot of opportunities and interest in what this masculine, or if you're watching this as a masculine, what you have to offer, right, for your career with your skill set. And even if there is competition, you're still going for it. Even if it's a highly competitive space, you're still going for it. The Eight of Wands, there is that, that communication, right? Then the Nine of Wands, is when you kind of have some doubts, or you think about the wounds that you do have from previous experiences. And then a decision is made, and then there's this, again, this balance, and then the King of Wands, the forward momentum. I would also say the Eight of Wands is really like exciting energy. So this is all about alignment, knowing what is for your highest and greatest good, knowing what is healthy for you, what aligns with you. And, it's a beautiful partnering with the Fool, the Lovers, and the Ace of Pentacles. It could be a brand new energy, or it could be someone that you truly want to be with, right? Somebody who's truly supportive, healthy, aligned, with that Justice energy, someone that you're very attracted to. Okay, so if you're a feminine energy, like, this could be a masculine energy coming toward you. Okay, kind of going through this journey here. I don't know why so much masculine energy is coming out in January, but it is when I'm doing these messages. And this can be like the 26th, the 27th, around that time. Everyone's on a different timeline. But the wands do represent action, passion, and can represent sometimes blockages. But it's like this masculine is gathering things, getting things together, and taking that aligned action, whether it's toward that job, right? And for some of you, it's like you go for some sort of job application, right? Or some sort of position, and maybe you don't get accepted for it, right? But the message was like you had the courage to go for it, which you show yourself, whoa, I can do that. Like, I can apply to things that maybe I don't think I'm going to necessarily get the position, but this is something that I really want, so I'm going to go for it. So even just showing yourself that you have the courage to do it is also really powerful too. Okay. But there definitely is this alignment here, and this masculine energy choosing the contrast, like, has been through the shadow, has been through what doesn't work, and now slowly moving. Well, I wouldn't say slowly with all the wand energy. Wand energy is fast moving energy. We don't have air energy here though, which is interesting. But we do have the pentacles, which can be slower in action, but that could also be, saving up money as well. But this, this masculine energy coming into alignment, kind of turning the tides in their experience. And look at, again, there's such a difference in the energies. The Ten of Swords is like, you went through like the worst of it, and there was this tower that happened, and then it freed you up to be able to move in the direction that you truly desire to move in, or even explore what you truly desire to explore. Maybe it was passions that, your job that you had done for a while, your career, You were at that point where you wanted to make a change. And although at the time that served you, and at the time those were things you were interested in, right now your interest may have shifted and you want to explore something else. It just kind of depends. Like, you'll know coming into this, because I feel like this 10 of Swords probably would have already happened, or the Tower would have already happened in your experience. It wouldn't be a surprise to you when you come to this reading. This is kind of that moment where, like, a chapter closes that was meant to, you saw it coming, you knew it was, and you got a smile on your face, right? Even though it maybe created some change and some movement that you had to, make in your life, you have a smile on your face, because I feel like this year is going to be all about moving in authentic, aligned ways. And that's what circumstances are encouraging you to do here, this masculine energy. And again, if this is a feminine energy and you're single, I feel like there are a lot of energies that will be communicating with you. And there could be like your top two that you have to choose from who you want to move forward with. So even singles energy, feminines, if you feel like you're in alignment, okay, in your experience, I feel like you are attracting in this King of Wands energy. And this could be somebody that you could really have this beautiful new beginning with, the Ace of Pentacles. Of course, use your discernment. These are just the possibilities. This is a template. This is a timeline. So pay attention to your own experience, who's showing up for you. If it's an ex that's showing up with the same old BS, obviously this isn't that energy. This energy is somebody who is showing up with integrity. This energy is somebody who is looking at their inner wounding and seeing what they need to change. This is somebody overcoming obstacles. This is someone, aligning their life and having already been through a lot of the shadow, having already been through a lot in their experience to realize what they don't want and what doesn't work. Now they're aligning with what does, especially with the Justice card upright, where things are quite balanced and harmonious and beautiful moving forward. And of course, that beautiful Ace of Pentacles, true value, that can be seen, that can be experienced, not just feelings and chemistry. Like, if we landed on just this Knight of Wands energy, I'd say, hey, yeah, maybe that's not somebody who's really going to be serious. But, having an Ace of Pentacles is a pretty significant grounded new beginning. Of course, use your discernment. Okay. So if you're the masculine energy and you've recently received some sort of Tower, you've had, a relationship breakup suddenly, but maybe it was something that you're really hoping for, because again, you have the smile on your face moving forward, or some sort of shift and change. You knew it was time to make some changes. Maybe you find this reading and it brings you this sense of validation and, oh yeah, that's why. Okay. Now I realize, moving forward in an aligned way, or yes, I remember how toxic that situation was for me, or yes, I know the direction I want to move in. Like, I don't think I'm telling you anything, especially in the beginning of the spread, that you haven't already experienced. But this is just kind of cheering you on and moving forward in your alignment toward something that is healthy, and choosing what is healthy and best and aligned for you, whether that's your career or, these are changes you've been thinking about. Some of you've already been saving and planning for this with the Knight of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. It was just a matter of timing. Okay, you reaching some sort of milestone in your experience before you felt you could move forward. But then, of course, you did face maybe some competition. Like, if there was, this feminine energy that you desired to be with, you might have, be thinking, oh gosh, well, there's probably competition, right? If I desire her, there's probably others that do too, but you're not letting that stop you. Okay. You're working through what you need to work through, to be courageous and go after what you feel is in alignment for you. Okay. In your experience. And now, again, you've dealt with a contrast. You've dealt with all of this, you might see them as negative experiences, right? You've dealt with a lot of shadow. You've dealt with shadowy people. You've dealt with distorted energy, right? Within yourself and within others. And now you're ready to have a new mirror. You're ready to have someone or experiences that align and reflect the best in you. Okay? Because these other situations could have brought out the worst in you. Whether it was exhaustion, whether it was just, untrust, people that were not trustworthy. It could be anything. It could be anything. But you would know it with the Ten of Swords. You've been feeling it. You could sense it coming. Typically the Ten of Swords is betrayal or something that has been, exhausting, has been, draining your energy for a long time, you'll know. But there's definitely this sense of freedom, for you here after this this shift and this change. And then you get to move forward on your aligned path with a bit of a lighter step, with more, I feel like more space to move, more energy to move. And it is this adventure, and it's really beautiful to see this progression within this energy. And then of course this beautiful beginning. This kind of went with the reading yesterday. So it's funny, I think it's the 24th, 25th, and 26th now. Yeah, this is probably the 26th energy, 26th, 27th. They're all going in alignment. So there's obviously something shifting and changing here. Okay. It's like chapters of a book. Like we read one chapter on one day, and then we read the next chapter it's just progressing, which is really beautiful to see. So let's see what this Ace of Pentacles is specifically for my soul tribe watching. What is this Ace of Pentacles specifically? I just saw high honor. Okay, so yeah, I do feel there's competition for whatever it is that you're going for, whether it's a person or, some sort of career path, some sort of job position. It's a high honor. It's not given to just anyone, right? You would have to face your fears. You would have to, heal some wounds. You would have to know exactly what you want and show up in an aligned way for it, right? What is this Ace of Pentacles with the Lovers and the Fool? My soul tribe, for those resonating. I saw house. Okay, so it could be moving in with someone. It could be, obviously, if you're single and you're just meeting this person, high honor. All these like elevated messages are coming through. Whether it's like some sort of promotion, or it's elevation, it's next level in your experience, right? High honor. It's a high honor. Because not everybody gets this opportunity. And for the feminine energy, like I said, if you're single and it's just like, this is moving toward that potential. I don't think you're going to just meet somebody, and be moving in with them right away. It's a little concerning. I don't think it's that necessarily, but just even if you're this feminine energy, this person showing up and actually catching your eye, especially if you've done all this work and you're in your alignment, it is a high honor for them, right? Because you'd be very picky, because there's a lot with the Five of Wands. Yeah, high honor, thoughts, marriage. Someone might even be, if this is someone that you've had experience with feminine for a while, and they've been on this journey and they've done this healing work, or they've been doing this healing work, they could be asking you, because we have thoughts, marriage, and high honor, like, would you do me the honor, right? Would you do me the honor in marrying me, right? Somebody could be proposing here. Somebody could even just be proposing the idea of marriage to, this feminine energy for this new beginning. So I think that would be for those of you that this person and they come forward in an aligned way. But let's see if you are single, because at first I was getting that single vibe too. What is this Ace of Pentacles beginning? Pathway. It's the beginning. It's the beginning of a journey. Yeah. It's this masculine energy coming forward and investing you in the beginning of a journey, bringing value to the table. It could be just bringing who they are and the value and the efforts, with that Knight of Pentacles energy to the table. It could be a gift. It could be something that represents a very solid new beginning, because I saw pathway. So, it's like the start of a journey, the start of an adventure. even like bringing the best of themselves forward, right? And keep in mind, this is all very healthy energy coming through. So if you're dealing with somebody who, you know, is being manipulative or something like that, I'm not sensing that energy here at all. This is healthy. Thank goodness, right? Anything else for the singles with what this Ace of Pentacles is? Distant horizons. Okay, so yeah, it could be somebody just, if it's somebody new that you're meeting, they're asking you about like your future, and if you would want to be married in the future. What do you see? You know, what's your vision? What do you want to create? What do you want to build? So it'd be more the conversations around it, but that still brings value, I feel, to the table. Some of you it could be a gift. Some of you it's like a pathway that's opening up now that, you know, the two of you are aligned and together. Some of you too, if this is a masculine that is returning, somebody that you know, they could have to travel quite a bit of distance, okay, with the King of Wands and the Knight of Wands energy. The Knight of Wands wouldn't be a long distance, but with the King of Wands energy, obviously, you see the map behind him, the globe behind him, that could be quite a distance. And even in the Two of Wands with the feminine energy, especially if you know this person, okay, I feel like if you're the feminine, you know this person, you've had this person on your mind and you've been thinking about them and wondering if they're going to show up, right? Some of you, this person could travel for their career, right? They could travel a lot. But that's what I'm getting with the Two of Wands. I feel like the feminine kind of has made up her mind, you know. But, you know, just take it one day at a time, one step at a time, especially the Knight of Pentacles energy. I feel that's it. So, I don't know. We'll say this is maybe for the 27th. Because I did actually 2 readings for the 25th on accident. So this will be for the 27th. And it'll be a progression, you know, the 25th, 26th, and 27th. This is a progression of kind of the same sort of timeline and outline. And again, I feel like it has to do with these soul groups coming together, these connections coming together, people working together that are really healthy for each other, can do a lot of good in this world. But don't get attached to labels, okay? Listen to the energy, right? I discussed this in one of the other readings. I don't know if it was, I think it was the 26th reading, that soul contracts that we have with people, we can dissolve. But there are some soul lessons that we did come here to learn, and those will keep showing up until we learn them. But if there's a soul contract with somebody where you feel bound to them or you feel it's toxic or unhealthy, there are ways to dissolve those. You don't have to be connected with that person. You have free will choice, okay? So that's something that somebody maybe needs to hear. And that's why I said don't attach to labels, right? And take this kind of one step at a time, because this is just the next chapter, and we'll see what tomorrow brings. So thank you so much for joining me. Receive what aligns, release what doesn't. Never take anything that's not yours. And thank you so much for being here. I will see you soon.